Casting aside Omicron concerns, we and apparently a member of the Irish rugby team arrived at Tekapo full of anticipation. The tour had started, as did the accompanying gastronomic adventures, Japanese style.
Radio reserve last year.
Depending on which where you're biking.
Where we been?
There are two starts of the A2O, Mount Cook or Tekapo. Now, dangling bikes around helicopters, Mount Cook to Braemar Station is not a popular option, so we compromised with a Braemar start. The ride to Braemar was unreal and unforgettable. We were confronted by stunning scenery, Mount Cook and Lake Pukaki in all their glory. The track was good until we hit deep gravel that required biking slalom skills. It caused a few frayed nerves. At Braemar Station we were presented with a superb lunch. The day was complete when Lance Jennings celebrated his birthday.
Oh, absolutely.
Rather harshly, he was presented with a tutu. His Sid, well, just having a birthday.
And the best looking.
A quick fight with the gravel, and we finished a magical day.
Yes, please, a 12.
I was lost for words earlier on. However, I've managed to find some after.
I can't remember Francis's sin.
Who wants immunity from wearing the tutu? All you have to do is have a dip in Lake Pukaki today. Okay? Happening for me.
Right.
Skinny dipping?
If you like.
Friday was more straightforward, although the 54 Ks took most of the day.
Who's not doing from the start?
Who's not doing it from the start?
You're starting at Irishman's? You starting at Irishman's, Dominique?
Margaret's starting at Irish.
Passing Tekapo A, basically we followed the canal system from Tekapo to Twizel, with lunch on the way. The main group reached Irishman's Creek. Those starting there had obviously biked on. The long race down by the Tekapo B hydro station pipes made the blood rush, and soon we took the John McKinnon diversion that runs past the control house of Lake Pukaki, one of the biggest stock cocks in the world, controlling flow to all the lower stations. One member obviously desperate to avoid the tutu. By the evening, Francis had found a victim.
I abandoned it all. So it's my moment to divest and who to give it to. And I'm not sure what the ritual is. But I understand it's somebody who's committed a sin.
Oh no.
So John McKinnon, stand up.
The Flake Award for Meritorious Behaviour was presented, and a Tibetan meal in a Twizel cafe continued our tour of international cuisine.
Day 3 begins at the Master's Hut in Twizel.
Friday the 30th of July.
All busy with their iPads, organising their day.
Rowing area, and you get a glimpse of where the rowing happens, and then you have to come back onto the main road again, and then you have to climb up to Ohau B power station.
A gentle pedal down to Ohau B station set up a relaxing day. A gentle tailwind created the feeling of cycling downhill to Lake Ohau. But a look at the water pouring out proved really it had to be an illusion. This section was delightful. Verbascum Boulevard, a feast of autumn colours. What's it? We had lunch on the shores of Lake Ohau as we met up with our magnificent support group. Well, followed by then a quick cycle up to the lodge to a very welcome beer. It had been a fabulous day, and now we could relax, greet old friends, and award the flake and tutu.
So that we can all enjoy an incredible day today. Wayne Johnson,
Noble Probian non-leadership. It has to go to Malcolm. Okay, tomorrow.
Ron powered over from Omarama on a slice of bread spread with peanut butter, we're told.
Well, the howling gale, which we hope is behind us all the way. And I'm sure Malcolm does with that lot on. They get blown down.
This was a tough day. The climb from Ohau was grade 3 or intermediate. Now, are my intermediate days over, or have I never reached them? There are a few spills and punctures on the way up. Veterans of the previous A2O attempted to reassure riders of the ease and magic of the trail down. A legs in the air dream cruise. The track climbed to the highest point. It had generally not been maintained, and the surface consisted of uneven rocks. After lunch, not quite what we expected. The grassy carpet down had turned into a 10-centimetre deep tram line that locked the steering and tipped the rider off. My own concerns were more of equipment failure, or why had I tried to get another 500k out of that ball tyre?
And as Tony disappears into the distance with his flat tyre, unfortunately it was only flat on the bottom.
A day of bumps and bruises. We were very lucky we all survived. It was during the day that a few of the bikers decided it might actually be their last Probus bike ride. Reviving our spirits, an outstanding address from Malcolm Clark, who seemed to have formed some sort of attachment to the tutu.
Well, everyone is treating this departure with a certain circumspection. Well geared up, and of course a bit cold as well as raining.
Forecast was right. Temperature dropped 10 degrees and the perfect autumn weather changed in 24 hours to solid wind and rain. It wasn't ideal for the new, most dangerous section of the A2O around Lake Benmore.
I just haven't got anyone else with me to film.
The sinner for the day sinned again, using the shelter of the unwind support vehicle to avoid the howling gale blowing over the Benmore Dam. A hasty, soggy sandwich lunch, still 40k to go to Curragh, and some drying to do. A quick look at Robert Campbell's castle, some wine tasting, and the day started. For me, the meander down through the wetlands next to the Waitaki was the highlight of the A2O trail. A natural feast of birdlife, flowing brooks, and glittering greenery. I never found out what this was here to trap. The Otikaiki River this time of year proved no more than a pedal cooling dip. The Maoris appreciated the value of the area and had time for some artistry and cultivation as they passed through. Duntrude has made a feature of the wetlands and provided useful tourist attractions, as well as reflections on its recent history. So to dinner, and a busy evening.
Part of this whole regime, and Peter is the exact total clone and image of his father. His walk, his
But anyway, I wear this badge with honour.
I thought you would look amazing going to
The last lap to Oamaru started with a quick climb to the Elephant Rocks.
There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if
Brilliant.
everything I want the world.
What followed was a beautiful section up through busy farms to the high point above Windsor, before dropping down to the Rakis Tunnel and its long forgotten railway.
You are here, you're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top
Here we met the wonderful support crew.
down on creation, and the only explanation I can find.
Nothing else stood in the way of a triumphant last ride down to the Oamaru finish and a refreshing beer. Some of us couldn't quite believe it, but we done it.
Something when you learn my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the
The celebration beer was well earned, and dinner at Fat Sally's in the evening crowned an incredible week. The work of Christine and Kevin was really fully appreciated.
No, you might get me free. Don't worry about Thank you very much.
You got the blame for that, Wayne. Did you know?
Susie, grab the brush.
The tutu had its last airing.
I got some interesting comments, and I explained to one lovely couple when we arrived at the destination, I said, how come you got that? I said, I came first.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Judy.
I fell in love with a pretty little hen. I asked her once, but I'll ask her again. Oh, won't you be my wife? She replied, I'll be yours and I'll be true. I'll lay lots of eggs for you. I'll be yours for the rest of my life. With a pretty little hen. I asked her once, but I'll ask her again. Oh, won't you be my wife? She replied, I'll be yours and I'll be true. I'll lay lots of eggs for you.